It's a gentleman Grochowski show. Everybody, don't you know? It's a gentleman Grochowski show. Everybody, don't you know? It's a gentleman Grochowski show. Everybody, don't you know? It's a gentleman Grochowski show.
And right now we happen to have one man has been following the Gentleman Grochowski show, I heard, for some time now.
For a long time.
Jarrell Scott Barnes, welcome to the broadcast, buddy. How are you?
Thank you. No, thank you, man. I've been watching this show for years.
Yeah, now why? Why? Because over years I've been telling people I've been doing a show, and they're like, why? So I'm assuming they want me to quit doing the show, but then you say you've been watching it. So why?
Because cartoons went off about that time. Because I was really young, by the way. I was like 16, 16, so I was watching cartoons, Power Rangers. So I would flick the channels and I'd just see a lot of weird stuff.
That was definitely me doing the weird stuff.
I had to see a lot of weird things. And that's for a 16-year-old to say these weird things. It had to be weird.
Okay. Well, since you become a 16-year-old, you decided you want to do stand-up comedy, right?
Yeah, it was on a dare from my teacher.
Okay.
And my teacher, I used to say a lot of jokes in class and stuff like that.
So you was a heckler?
Yeah, I heckled my teacher.
Okay. So you made noises or just made funny noises, or what did you do?
So my math teacher would come up. He'd be like, My math teacher would be like, hey, 2 + 2 = 4. And I'm like, yeah, you could do better than that. Then that'd be pretty much it.
How?
I mean, how? I'd just be in the back of the class just yelling.
I mean, how could you do better than 2 + 2 = 4?
4 + 4 = 8.
And then 16?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess so. Something along those lines.
Yeah.
I don't know. Math was never my strong suit, so I don't know if I would have heckled a teacher. Yeah. I was just happy the teacher would pass me. That's all I really cared about.
Oh, no, he failed me, but hey, he introduced me to comedy, so I think he did a good job.
So from 16, you were trying to sneak into comedy clubs, huh?
Yeah, I tried to run into Jokes and Notes. I tried to go in there, and that place is strictly 21 years old. So I would wait till they open up the doors, and I would kind of just try to sneak past. But Mary, Lindsay would always try to grab me, tap me on my shoulder, and make me leave.
Yeah. So if it was like a 7 o'clock show, you'd try to sneak in at 6 o'clock?
Yeah. I used to try to catch a lot of acts like Rodney Lumpkins and comedians like that, and I would try to just to see what they'll do. Okay. And it never usually works.
So, I mean, did you think of trying disguises?
Yeah, I tried to wear a fake mustache.
Okay.
I tried to wear...
The one with that little handlebar mustache, like that? Or,
I'm ready for some jokes. No.
Yeah.
I tried to wear suits. That didn't work.
Suits?
Yeah.
Okay, so you dressed up.
Yeah.
You put facial hair on.
Mm-hmm. I had a briefcase with me.
Okay.
And it just didn't work.
I mean, did you ever train like face makeup or something?
Yeah, no. I was always a pale kid. They used to call me Powder.
Powder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously, did you ever get into Jokes and Notes?
No. I actually had to wait till I was 21.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was kind of mad at that.
So how did you satisfy your comedy desires?
I would do little shows around Chicago.
Okay, at 16, 17 years old?
16, 17 years old. I used to do a lot of Polish clubs. It was on
Well, they could understand you.
Yeah, they totally could understand me.
They just looked at you funny.
Like, who is this kid with the funny hair? Yeah. I used to do Barrels of Laughs with Bill Brady.
Okay.
He let me showcase and he let me open up for Mike Palisak, which is doing pretty good now. He let me open for Rodney Lumpkins again. It's a lot of great talent that was in Chicago at the time.
And how old were you at that time?
17 when I started hosting Friday shows. So, yeah.
Okay. So you got on the bus and just drove down to...
Yeah, I used to have to take the Pace bus, and I had somebody pick me up afterwards.
Okay, because it was late. Yeah,
it was late.
Yeah. So. Now, the Bill Brady's, that thing closed down.
Yeah, and I was in New York at the time when I got the stuff. I read it on an email, and I was like, oh my God.
Because it'd be nice to go back there and say, hey, look at me now, right?
Yeah, and then they'd be like, hey, you're the same.
And then what about Jokes and Notes? You go back there?
Yeah, I just did a showcase with Tanisha Rice.
Do you ever tell them, hey, you ever mention to them you're either in passing or on the stage? They didn't ever used to let me in here.
I told Lindsay, I was like, hey, you should try to sneak in your club. And she just stared at me. She's like, I don't remember you like that.
No. Because the disguise got better, I guess, over the years.
I thought the briefcase would work, but it didn't.
So, okay, after you're doing around the clubs, you're doing these little small things. You decide to go to New York.
Yeah, I tried to.
What made you think New York's the next step, and not just keep doing what I'm doing here in the city?
Well, you had to.
That's a big jump.
You had to be confident. You had to be confident in what you had to do.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? I had to take time out to just do comedy in New York and try to meet people and try to live the dream. And I got to meet like how the business works, everything. I used to get into a lot of comedy clubs, and it was a lot of bringer shows, and I learned how to produce a show and run a show, and but I was broke most of the time. So
I was 19. So where did you stay?
I stayed in the Bronx. I stayed over by East Tremont.
Okay. And is that a rough neighborhood?
Yeah. It was a lot of dogs, and cats, and a lot of animals. I think I seen a zebra by my house one day.
Why?
Cause it's a rough neighborhood. It's trash.
So people just have animals they don't care for, or the animals are just running around and no one knows who they belong to.
Yeah, I knew a gang of cats in my alley. I knew a gang of cats. It was they wore bandanas. I seen one with a bandana.
Okay.
I seen
Switchblades.
One of them was on parole, I think, because it was gone by nighttime. But it was just a lot. It's a dirty place. I had rats in my apartment.
Okay. Now, what else in New York did you do?
I did a lot of free work. I did like fundraisers.
Okay.
I did a wedding.
So you were the MC of the wedding?
No, when they had like the reception after the wedding and everything like that, they had a lot of performances. I guess somebody's brother was a band and he needed somebody to open up for him, and I was just that guy for that.
Okay, so you're just a young kid.
Yeah. Just a young kid. Just
barely 21.
Barely 21.
And just come up there and, hey, hello, everybody. Right?
Yeah, and the
funniest thing happened to me on the way to the wedding.
And then my point of view at that time was like so young.
Come a little bit closer so you're good enough the camera. There you go.
Sorry. I get close to Larry Grochowski.
There you go. Woo, not too close.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Def Comedy Jam.
Yeah, we had a show for like Def Comedy Jam vets, like Cool Bubba Ice,
right.
A lot of people that was in the Barbershop movie.
Those are the big guys.
Yeah,
that's A-list.
Yeah, it went to show because they put the more younger comics in terms of like how much they performed first, and we thought we did a really great job.
Okay.
And then the Def Comedy Jam people came up after us and showed us that we were not ready on their level.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, they put you in your place.
Yeah, because I rocked out. I did a great set. Everybody was laughing, and I was like, man, I know that they can't beat that. And they went out on stage and they did their thing.
Okay. What did you learn from that though? But not that you're not ready yet. But what did you learn from dealing with them?
Just relatability. I don't know if that's a word, but just to be relatable to the audience.
Okay.
A lot of comedy, like one comedy, just sat down and just complained about how bright the light was.
Like that one.
like that one.
Yeah, that's a bright light.
And it was the funniest thing ever. And I was like, I can't understand how that work.
And it was funny?
It was the funniest
Well, what
thing.
made him funny? So what made it funny in your opinion?
It was just the honesty of it. A lot of when you dealing with comedy and you're honest and you can capture that moment.
Right.
Oh my God.
So that was a good thing then.
Yeah, it was good. It was a great thing.
Even though you're thinking, how's that funny? You're sitting there like, how's that funny? Right at the moment.
I was in awe. Because you know how you're on stage and you can see from the side, and I'm just sitting there just jealous.
Yeah.
just jealous. I'm just.
But again, you're just young, so you're still learning at that moment. So it's not like you have to, you have nothing to prove. You're Def Comedy Jam. That's a big deal.
Yeah. And
that's like the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
right?
I was excited for it. I was in the mirror reciting my jokes. I told all my friends to come out there, and one of the comics gave me a good compliment of how I paced myself when I did my, and I always go run to the comics that's doing better, and I always ask them how did I do.
Yeah. Now you said Bill Brady gave you.
Yeah, Bill Brady. He gave me a little break. He let me showcase on Friday shows.
Right, but you said that he gave you some advice, right? Just to calm down or relax.
Yeah, he told me when I did my first performance, I was scared. Like I couldn't feel my knees, my stomach was feeling weird. And he told me to come here. He looked at me. He was like, "Come here."
You're like, "Uh-oh."
I was like, "Well, I know I'm not 21. Oh God, I think." So he came up to me and he was just eating something off a plate, and he was like, "This is your first time performing, right?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, you stare. You don't look anybody in the eye. You look forward. You calm down. You don't hold the mic like you're a rapper. You'll do fine." And I did pretty good.
Okay. Speaking of rapper, DMX. You've met him.
I met DMX.
Yeah.
I work for Dunkin' Donuts. Okay.
Okay.
This is a true story, by the way. I work at Dunkin' Donuts, and
you got to pay the bills.
I had to pay the bills.
There you go.
I pay the bills in donuts. And DMX came into the Dunkin' one day.
And you knew right off the bat it was him.
Yeah, just a really dingy black guy with no hair. I was like, yo, he made the Rough Riders.
Okay.
But I had to stare at him for a while because I was on the register and I was doing things. I looked up at him. He's like, yeah, it's me, the DMX. And
that was kind of arrogant on his part, right?
Yeah, DMX is not a good guy if you talk to him.
Okay.
But he's like, yeah, it's me. And I waited till he got to my line and he paid for a couple people's meals and things like that, right? Okay. So I'm charging everything.
His entourage, probably.
Yeah, the entourage. And he paid for some guy's meal. And then he looked at me and he said, hey, I want some munchkins, the donut balls. And I was like, cool. Thing about DMX, though, before I go any further, at this point, DMX doesn't know I'm black. So automatically I go for the chocolate munchkins. So he stares at me and he says, oh, because I'm black, I want chocolate munchkins. For the first time, I felt white guilt with Larry Grochowski. It didn't feel good. It did not feel good. I was like, but whatever. And that was the end of me and DMX's conversation.
So did you tell him that you are African American?
Yeah, I tried to. He didn't believe me. I was like, I'm all black. He's like, yeah, no. And at that point, I just knew DMX was just not in the right state of mind.
So what made you choose chocolate first, out of curiosity?
It was.
If I worked in a donut shop, I don't know if I would do that one first.
Because it's the best munchkin. It's chocolate. Then these weird flavors.
It's the chocolate glazed one, right?
Your chocolate glazed.
Yeah.
One. Yeah. How did he make chocolate glazed munchkins racist? I would never know.
Okay. I mean, is there a protocol?
You
have to ask specifically what munchkins they want?
Yes. If you come, it's not like you go to McDonald's, you're like, yo, I want a burger.
Right, it just comes out.
It just comes right out. Like, oh.
But I'm saying, okay, I'm trying to wonder, how would he be offended if you went chocolate first? Was it chocolate on the left?
Yeah,
was it in the middle?
It was just like,
were there more
here?
Chocolate ones than other flavored donuts? How would you know?
It was more chocolate donuts. And then, DMX is the only rapper that can make munchkins racist. So I just know that. Okay. He's the only rapper that can do that. He can make food racist.
Because I mean, technically, I kind of like the powdered ones. But is that because I'm white? You know what I'm saying? I mean, does that you know what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense. Or what about the ones that are filled with something, right? A little cherry in the middle, or was it a little jelly in the middle?
Yeah, that's for happy people.
Yeah, I mean, I'm big in the middle.
For the tummies. Yeah. For the tummies of America.
I don't know how you can
turn
can't eat donuts into
I don't even eat chocolate
statement, but
I don't even eat chocolate munchkins anymore because I feel racist if I do it.
Okay. I got a question about this number 7 here.
Oh yeah.
What is that?
Okay. So there is a dance party in Chicago. It's one of the hottest dance clubs.
A dance club in Chicago called that?
Yes, I'm about to tell you. Let me set it up. Let me tell it up for you. This is all true. You could go there with me, Larry, right after the show.
They're not going to kill me, are they?
They probably. There is a dance club in Chicago.
Okay.
Called Porn and Chicken.
Porn and Chicken Dance Club.
And it's exactly what it is. So you get in the club. There's porn all on the TVs. There's porn playing.
Okay, that's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. You're like, oh, this is a dope environment. I have this is what I want. This is why I go to the club to see porn. So so you go in there and there's probably 10, 15 people there, and you're like, yo, this party can't get any better. And then some guy
10 people?
Yeah, I mean, well, in the beginning it's gonna be 10 people.
Okay.
So you're like, yo, this party can't get any better. I'm watching porn. I'm drinking beer. Some guy comes in the back and dumps millions of chicken thighs, less breasts, everything on this table, and you're like, yo, this party even got better.
These are cooked ones.
Cooked.
Oh,
fried
okay.
Fried chicken. Just
all right. Well, that's better than the porn, if you ask me. But go on. Okay.
Right. So now your fingers are greasy.
Okay.
You got a beer. You're watching porn. You're like, this can't get no better. Then millions of people just come in, pouring in, and now it's time for the party. Now.
Okay. So you went there early.
I went there early. You got to get there early for the.
Because you're used to sneaking into clubs early because of your underageness.
Exactly.
So you okay?
Right. So so me and my friends, we go outside and we're like, hey, let's go outside for a second and get a breather.
So you get your hand stamped, right?
Yeah, you get your hand stamped. We go back out there.
Okay.
And we outside, and we had to get in the line
to get back in.
To get back in.
Even with your hand stamped?
Even with the hand stamped. So it was it's a crowded party.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah. So we were already intoxicated at that point. So we're standing behind this guy, and we're like, hey, is this line getting even faster? So this guy turns around, and he looks exactly like Jesus. So now he's dance club Jesus. So
right.
He looks just like Jesus.
All right.
So I was like, hey, you look like Jesus. I'm gonna call you Jesus. He was like, dope. So
he said dope.
He said dope. He was like,
which means what?
Which means he's Jesus, Larry.
So dope means it's true?
It's true, yeah. It means it's true. It's a euphemism.
I'm not familiar with that. I'm white boy, remember?
I'm sorry, Larry. I got to speed you back up.
Well, it's funny. I call people fools now for some reason. I don't know where I got that from. I go, what's up, fool?
What up, fool?
And some people look at me like, what'd you call me? I'm like, I don't know. I just someone called me fool once, and it wasn't a bad thing. It was kind of like, hey, what's up?
He's like, oh.
So that's where as far as I go from fool. So I don't know much about dope.
Dope just means dope. Like,
happy.
It just means good.
True.
You know, you're like
all right.
It means all right.
All right. Okay.
Like you'd be like, hey, we going to the grocery store. You'd be like, dope. You know,
that gets you in trouble with the wrong people, though.
Yeah. Like,
especially around police.
Yeah.
You know, what are you doing? Just doping. Right?
Hey, come here. We're gonna need you. Need you.
Answer these questions here. Okay, so we're Dance Club Jesus.
We see Dance Club Jesus. So he was like, all right.
You know what song he likes? Depeche Mode.
Depeche Mode.
You know what song?
No, what's the song?
Personal Jesus. Right, that'd be his favorite song, right?
Personal Jesus. That would be his song.
You know that song, right?
Oh, I heard it once.
Are you too young?
I heard it once. I heard it on a movie.
Well, that's a long.
I'm
too old.
I'm a 90s baby, Larry.
Okay, well, yeah. Depeche Mode, Personal Jesus. You listen to download it today.
Shazam it. Anyway.
Okay, so anyways, so Jesus is sitting there.
So back to Jesus. So mind you, it's my birthday.
Okay.
So what you do on your birthday is you get totally wasted, right, Larry?
Come. There you go.
So you
keep getting on. Do you see yourself up there?
Oh, wow.
You didn't see that or no?
Sorry, no, I didn't see it.
I should have told you that before we started the thing. Okay.
All right. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
So
Jesus does that to you.
You know, when I get to think about Jesus, I kind of fade away. But no, I seen Jesus at the club.
Okay.
He was like, all right, so now I want to get wasted because it's my birthday. And then Jesus was like, you know what? I got these mushrooms. You should totally take these mushrooms because you guys are awesome. And me and my friend was like, hey, maybe we shouldn't do these mushrooms. He's like, Jarrell, it's your birthday. You have to do mushrooms for your birthday.
I don't know if that sounds good.
It's not good. It wasn't good.
Right.
So
the idiot you are.
So the idiot I was,
mm-hmm.
I ate the mushrooms.
Okay.
I ate two.
2 mushrooms.
So we were fine for the first 30. If anybody ever not done mushrooms is like you'll feel fine and then it hits you.
Right.
So now I get back into the club. We're back in the same thing. And I'm like, hey, nothing's changed.
You're still drinking?
It's still drinking. It's still pouring. It's still chicken.
Okay.
And out of nowhere, my friend was like, hey, do you know what time it is? And I checked my phone, and it said 1,001.
Okay.
And now the it's kicking in, and I was like, hey, something's going on. And
right.
I passed out on
this
the couch.
darn service. Okay.
And I passed out. From what I know, I passed out on the couch, and I woke up on State Street.
Okay, so what happened to your buddy?
My buddy, he was at home. He said he
left you.
He left me.
I hope you don't hang out with him anymore.
No, I don't hang out with him anymore. I think him and drugged out Jesus are friends now.
Yeah, that's a peculiar friendship.
It's a peculiar friendship. You do mushrooms just show the true test of friendship. That's just put it that way.
Obviously not right. So he left you.
He left me.
So where on State Street did you wake up?
It had to be like Wabash or something like that. It had to be Wabash. Yeah, because I went to 7-Eleven to get some Advils.
Wabash.
Yeah, Wabash. Wow. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess there are worse things you could be doing, I guess.
Like not doing mushrooms.
Also says here you something about relationship expert.
Yes. Anything in terms of relationships, I'm good at telling you.
Congratulations on your 4-month.
Yeah, yes, I have a girlfriend, Isa.
You can tell he's in love. 4-month anniversary. Like, oh, how old are you? That's like 7th grade. 4-month anniversary.
Well, I mean,
you write the little notes and you like pass the notes back and forth in the little triangles. And
do
stuff.
You like me? Yeah, but a lot of people come at me with a lot of relationship advice.
Okay.
And Larry, I wanted to ask you if you have any, relationship advice relationship problems that you want to ask me.
I don't have any.
You don't have any?
But let me ask you a hypothetical question when it comes to relationships.
Hypothetical.
Okay. Why is it that the girls like the bad boy?
Okay. So.
We'll say that.
Okay. Let me put it to you like this. All right. Why do you like Kim Kardashian?
She got a big ass.
Exactly. And why do you think they like bad boys? Because they're badass. They're very they take control. That's all they want. That's all women want is somebody to take control.
Take control of them.
Take control.
That doesn't make sense, does it?
It doesn't make sense whatsoever.
No.
Women don't understand women. Matter of fact, they don't understand them. But at the end of the day, they're
calling you now.
Yeah, you know the women.
They want more advice. Okay.
Yeah.
Now what? Okay. Now I said big ass.
Yeah.
You sound like an expert now. Okay. Ask me a different woman. Let's see how you can tie a big ass or tie that into another woman.
Oh, okay. So like Kate Upton.
No. Just ask me if I'll give you another woman.
You give me another woman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see how you can.
Give you another woman.
Well, ask me for what did you ask me? Which was a hot woman? Or you brought that up or I?
No, you.
You asked why? Okay, ask me another woman then. I got you. Okay.
Why would you like Kate Upton?
Kate Upton. I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Kate Upton is? Let me put it to your terms. Why would you like?
I'm old.
I'm trying to go back in time.
How about Heather Locklear?
Heather Locklear. Why would you like Heather Locklear?
Because she's blonde.
She's blonde.
Okay.
Right.
Throw that into big ass. Throw that.
Okay, well, some guys are interested in blonde hair because blonde hair means that they're a certain type of woman, which means that you will be attracted to that type of woman. You know, blonde hair is always for hot chicks. A lot of hot chicks are blonde.
Right.
You know, every chick goes blonde. Beyonce went blonde for some reason. Because they're sexy women.
I guess so.
Yeah.
So everyone calls you up and says, "Hey, I got a question.
Yeah,
this girl that met her, this guy met him, yada yada."
I knew my friend was gonna get cheated on before he got cheated on. He got cheated on
because you knew his girl was a wench.
Yes.
You could tell that too, right?
Yes. She they went out to dinner. Mm-hmm. She didn't even offer to pay.
Oh, okay.
She didn't.
That's a bad sign. You always want the girl to at least offer to bring.
At least offer. Yeah, you still got to at least offer. My girlfriend, she'd be like, Jarrell, I at least want to do the tip. I at least want to do that. Any woman does that fake, I want to pay.
Now, did you ever do the thing where you're going out with a girl to dinner and you say, "Oh, I don't have my money"?
I tried that. My friend's like, "No, it's in your left pocket. I saw you when you got out the house and you took that. So, Jarrell, you got to pay for the bill. I'll be in the bathroom."
Okay. Now, the Kardashians. Love them or hate them?
Hate them.
Why?
They're like Ebola. They just spread out to basketball players, rappers, or any other African Americans.
Well, they know the limelight. No, they learned from their daddy.
Do you know what they did to an NBA star in the course of 1 year?
The real skinny guy?
Lamar Odom. They made him a crackhead in a year.
Really?
Yes, they did.
I don't follow much about that. I just know that she's got a big ass. Right? Kim Kardashian. That's what she's known for.
Yeah, that's what she's known for.
Right. And then what happened to Bruce Jenner?
Bruce Jenner, he became a girl, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of a weird thing with him. I don't know what's going on with him.
They take men, they mangle them, and they make them into a Kardashian.
Because the mother isn't that hot.
The mother looks like a decrepit. You ever seen Tales from the Crypt?
I'm familiar with it.
The main character from that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mother from the Crypt. Okay. Well, like I said, I don't know much about that. And then hip hop, he says you're a big hip hop fan.
I'm a big hip hop fan.
Why? What do you like about it? Now, what's the difference between hip hop and like mixes or rap?
Okay, so hip hop.
If you could tell me out with that, because like I said, it's all one music to me.
Yeah, well, it's not. Hip hop is so big; it's in different avenues. Like hip hop to hip hop heads is like.
So you're a hip hop head.
I'm a hip hop head.
Okay.
So hip hop is like Tupac, Biggie, blah 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 blah. Rap is like Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. No. You never heard of Lil Jon and the East Side Boys? Never.
No.
Oh my God, Larry.
I've heard of Ice Cube.
Ice Cube. Okay, now you work.
And who's that other guy?
Easy NWA. You think you're talking about?
No, he's also another actor.
He's another actor. Will Smith.
Yeah.
Will Smith.
We'll use those two.
Yeah, those were hip hop guys.
They were hip hop?
They were hip hop.
The Fresh Prince was hip hop?
Yeah, he won a Grammy, I think. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I like that song "Welcome to Miami." Right, it was a good song.
Welcome.
Or Men in Black.
Miami. Yeah, Men in Black. That
was a good song.
I don't respect a hip hop video where you're dancing with an alien. So
why?
You're dancing with an alien.
Come dance with it.
He's dancing, and the alien sitting right there. Just I didn't like that. I wanted to take the mic away and be like, hey, try again.
So you like Welcome to Miami better?
Yeah, because I actually went to Miami playing that song.
Did you?
Yeah.
How did it happen?
We just got off the plane, and I was with my friends. It was last December, actually. And
best time to go to Miami in December.
Yeah,
Unless it's a hurricane.
Yeah, man, yeah. And we got off the plane, and I had my phone. I played it, and we just dancing all the way from like the plane to.
Oh my God, you're so lame. So lame.
Sorry, I had to do it. You only get so many chances to go to Miami.
All right, Jarrell Scott Barnes. How can people find out about you? They want to look you up.
You can go find me on Facebook at Jarrell Scott. You can find me on Facebook at Jarrell Scott Barnes.
Wait, what's Jarrell Scott?
Jarrell Scott is just like a little abbreviation of my stage name. So
So who are you? You're Jarrell Scott Barnes.
You're Jarrell Scott Barnes.
So on Facebook, you're who?
Jarrell Scott Barnes. So on the Instagram, I'm Jarrell Scott, and on Twitter, I am Jarrell
Barnes.
Jarrell Barnes.
Why you do that?
Because I try to, make people harder for me to find.
Yeah, that's what you tell like the bill collector or something like that. It's like,
Yeah, I got a couple names in a couple states.
So you're Jarrell Barnes there.
Yeah.
Okay, just to make it complicated. Okay. And then what else? Where do you see your comedy going in the next couple of years?
I definitely gonna move to LA.
LA.
In the next 2 years, and I want to make sure that I make that transition pretty well. So, for 2015, you'll probably see me trying to get into comedians you should know, a lot of big stages in Chicago before I actually move out there.
Okay. What song you think you'll be playing on your iPod when you jump into LA?
Bobby Shmurda. Bobby Shmurda.
What song?
Hot Boy.
Hot Boy.
Yes. It's an internet sensation.
And that's about LA?
Yeah, well, no, it's not about LA. It's about a lot of things, but we'll definitely YouTube it after the show.
We're gonna have to find out that. I would say, I love LA. Remember that song? You'll love it.
Yeah, man, everybody loves LA, man.
That's I forgot who that was.
What was his name?
Randy Newman.
Yeah. Randy Newman, if you're watching this, we like her.
All right. Well, and if you could check out some more information about Jarrell and myself, go to TVHams.com, the official website of the Gentleman Grochowski Show, and also on YouTube, Facebook, all over the universe. We're there. TV Hams and the Gentleman Grochowski Show. We're back here with Jarrell Scott Barnes, our official movie reviewer of the Gentleman Grochowski Show. He just got the title. And we got 3 movies for him that we're going to have him review for you real quick. First one is The Blues Brothers.
Oh, yeah, The Blues Brothers. I remember that movie.
Okay.
Back in the 90s, right?
80s.
80s, sorry. 80s.
Maybe 79, actually, but that doesn't matter.
Well,
Who's counting the years?
Who's counting the years anymore? The Blues Brothers.
Half the cast is dead now.
Half the cast is dead now. The only thing I don't like about the movie was it wasn't realistic.
Wasn't realistic.
You remember the scene when they went into the black church and they started dancing?
That was the very beginning.
It was the very beginning.
That was James Brown.
If it was a true, if it was a true black church, that would have been. It wouldn't start the movie till the sequel because black church is entirely too long. Okay.
What do you mean?
At black church, you will go into black church on Sunday and you won't leave till Wednesday. Okay, that's how long church is for black people.
Why?
Right? Because we like to sing songs. They go through the whole Bible before you get out for church. You would never see a football game if you go to church regularly.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So if we was going to watch the Blues Brothers and he was in that church, they locked the door. So the Blues Brothers wouldn't have started their adventure until 3 movies later.
How do you know it wasn't, though?
Well,
because he saw the light finally.
Man, they would have saw the light 3 times before they actually got out of that church.
Okay. Speaking of James Brown, Get On Up.
Yeah.
That's my favorite karaoke song with him. Get up, get on up, get up, go, get on up, like a sex machine.
Hated the movie.
Why?
It wasn't enough cocaine.
Huh?
It wasn't enough cocaine. James Brown did cocaine.
Okay.
It wasn't enough cocaine in the movie. I was like, hey, is this a Lifetime movie or is this actually a movie about James Brown? And plus...
How do you know he did that much cocaine?
Why does he talk like that, Larry?
I don't know.
Cocaine.
Okay. I got you. But in his funeral, he had costume changes.
Yeah, costume changes at his funeral.
That's all. You don't know that?
No.
How do I know that?
Because you like James Brown.
Get on up. Got to have a celebration. Rock my soul. Okay. What about Grease?
Grease. I didn't.
Summer loving had me a blast.
Didn't like it.
Why?
Olivia
Newton-John was kind of hot.
I never graduated college, fell in love, and then floated away in a flying car.
Why? Because you lived in a city?
I lived in the city.
That's how the suburbs does it.
I'm just saying, once the flying car would have came by, Air Force One would have shot it right back down.
No, well, only if it was the president was in the area.
I'm sorry, I don't understand why they saw a flying car and nobody thought to ask how much work was put into that car.
Okay, what about Saturday Night Fever? One bonus question. Saturday Night Fever.
Saturday Night Fever was the clothes were extremely too tight.
Okay.
It was extremely too tight. It was one point that I actually saw the bus card in John Travolta's pockets.
More than a woman.